How do you become more excellent? Mental maturity is the psychological foundation for becoming more excellent. In terms of the standards for mental maturity, I believe there are four main points: self-emotional control ability, self-value cognition that aligns with personal actual situation, self-analysis and reflection ability, and empathy. 1. Self-emotional control ability. This has been mentioned in many self-help books on psychology. I feel that improving emotional control does have a noticeable effect on personal growth. The usual practice is to set up a monitoring system in your mind, frequently observe changes in your emotions, and develop awareness and habits of introspection. I also take notes or use the notepad on my phone to record reminders to myself and refer to them regularly. I have even seen people setting reminder messages as their phone screensavers. Before going to sleep every day, you can recall, summarize, and record your emotions throughout the day and evaluate your progress in emotional control on a monthly or quarterly basis. A somewhat arbitrary conclusion: without improvement in self-emotional control ability, it is difficult for individuals to maintain stability and persistence on the path of becoming excellent. 2. Self-value perception that aligns with the personal actual situation. This refers to having a clear understanding of one's position in society, knowledge and skills possessed by oneself, influence within social circles and industry, social value, as well as material conditions owned by oneself. It means not exaggerating or pretending to maintain one's dignity or belittling oneself when facing stronger individuals or oppressing weaker ones. It means being able to maintain independent judgment when faced with external pressures. 3. Ability for self-analysis and reflection. Mastering basic knowledge of psychology helps understand human psychological characteristics. Cultivating introspective abilities allows objective evaluation of one's shortcomings through observation and comparison with others while analyzing reasons behind others' advantages. 4. Ability for empathy. Rather than calling it an ability, it is more like a thinking habit. Many professionals in various industries consider this as a basic skill, such as sales and marketing. Understanding the difficulties of everyone's growth and recognizing differences in personal interests, levels of understanding, etc., will reduce many troubles and obstacles on your path to excellence. Deep understanding of human nature, social conventions, worldly affairs, and the coldness of reality, being able to handle various complex relationships appropriately in interpersonal communication. The method to improve is to read more books, especially history and interpretation-related books. It is also helpful to analyze past experiences with people and events while considering each person's interests. In Chinese society, most people lack this kind of understanding. Especially when they are young. If their understanding in this area is shallow or blank, they often become confused or even miss out on many opportunities that could have been seized. Chao Shuoqin said in Dream of the Red Chamber, "To understand worldly matters thoroughly is knowledge, to understand human emotions deeply is art." This sentence deserves careful consideration. One more thing. At first you may feel tired doing all these things, but over time you will find yourself having a much calmer mindset in interpersonal communication. To put it directly, it's actually about interests. Many times when things don't go well for you, even if you don't understand the specific reasons at that time, most likely it's because certain factors related to interests were not understood or considered. So-called experts around us just know more knowledge than others and have deeper lessons learned from experience. Cultivate good study habits and independent thinking abilities. Knowledge can elevate one's insight and thinking ability. Valuing learning and absorbing valuable experiences left by predecessors are shortcuts for personal growth. However, life energy is limited, so do not let the breadth of knowledge distract focus too much. Quickly find your direction for effort and choose a field to specialize in. This will greatly accelerate personal growth. Improve skills, and strive to enhance one's irreplaceability in professional or career fields. In the initial stages of learning and development in one's own professional or career field, it is important to cultivate macro thinking and awareness. This requires initiative while completing one's job responsibilities, and actively understanding the industry situation. Improvement method: systematically read articles analyzing the industry, subscribe to high-quality WeChat public accounts, communicate with senior professionals in the industry more often, proactively understand future development directions, and prepare for them. Take on new challenges and experiments within an affordable range. 5. Have a sense and ability to correct one's own mistakes and shortcomings. Be aware of your strengths and weaknesses, and determine your abilities and areas of expertise. This can be done through psychological assessments and personality tests. Afterward, face your own mistakes and shortcomings, and think about what knowledge and skills you need to improve to excel at your work. Excellent individuals often have self-examination and reflection. Despite their consideration for marketing effectiveness and commercial purposes, which may lead them to use exaggerated or illogical language that contradicts their character when dealing with the outside world, they often present a different side of themselves when alone in introspection. 6. Set strict requirements for oneself in establishing behavior standards, principles, and bottom lines. Have one's understanding of life without blindly following others' opinions. Do not change one's way of doing things or value judgments due to temporary gains or losses or changes in the environment. Demand strict execution and results from oneself while having a strong sense of time. Respect individual differences in lifestyle habits and behaviors while attaching great importance to trust between people. Take a long-term perspective without harming others for personal gain. 7. Experience more things consciously based on one's weaknesses and shortcomings. Strive to cultivate the ability to see the essence and development trends through social phenomena. Ask why more often regarding everything, develop predictive thinking based on evidence, analyze specific reasons after deviations occur. From the perspective of personal growth, being well-informed is indeed an inevitable result. Everyone has comfort zones both psychologically as well as in daily life. No one is willing to easily step out of their comfort zone. The confusion, uneasiness, nervousness, lack of confidence, helplessness, and inability you experience are related to the small number of experiences you have had before, the low level at which you stand, and insufficient exposure to different people. Face your shortcomings, be vigilant against falling into patterns in thinking and behavior, consciously remind yourself to have ambition, curiosity, and an exploratory spirit, especially when you are young. 8. Appreciate and like oneself based on factual evidence. Respect others. Reflect on what achievements you have made in the past. Which achievements can others not accomplish without effort? Which achievements were accomplished because of certain qualities that you possess? How did you acquire these skills? Perhaps it is because many people have not seriously considered these questions that it is difficult for them to genuinely appreciate and like themselves or establish true self-confidence. 9. Shape one's spiritual temperament, especially leadership qualities. Have a sense of responsibility, take initiative, be able to identify opportunities and risks, weigh pros and cons. While improving knowledge and skills, pay attention to enhancing one's willpower. Cultivate this spiritual temperament in one's character and continuously prove oneself in real life. In school or at work, you will stand out faster than others. It is a character that determines destiny has become a well-known conclusion. The longer the time goes by, the more deeply we understand the profound meaning behind this statement. Every outstanding person possesses different personality traits and experiences various setbacks and challenges. However, they strive to pursue the true essence of life and happiness sincerely. They earnestly experience joy, anger, sorrow, and pleasure at different levels of human existence. They accept both the brightness and darkness of human nature. They understand how difficult growth progress is, a process that must be accumulated through experience.